Hey, this is Heidi Dawson. If you love all things health and wellness and style of any kind, hang out here with me each week. I'm obsessed with never-ending improvement, and it's all in an effort to help each one of us live a wildly successful lifestyle. Subscribe today so you don't miss a thing.
Hi, guys. Welcome to episode 399 of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. I love how close to 400 that is. And I love that you're still here and we're still growing together after all this time. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And thank you for sharing and also giving me a 5-star review if you are so inclined. It helps a lot and it means a lot. So thank you. All right, this last week I read a short story, and it is the basis for this episode, so you do get to hear it, but it is short, and I think you're going to like it. But it also applies to you because I know that you're strong and that you're brave and that you're intelligent. You're a listener of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle after all, right? But this story isn't going to end the way you think it will, and it might irritate you a little bit by the way it ends. But it is going to teach a lesson that's really important for all of us to hear. And who doesn't love a good short story that makes you think about your life, right? Okay, so here it is. A donkey and a tiger were in a conversation. The donkey told the tiger, "The grass is blue." The tiger said, "Of course the grass isn't blue. It's green. That's ridiculous. We all know it's green." The conversation became heated, and they decided to take the matter to arbitration, so they brought it to the lion. As they approached the lion on his throne, the donkey started screaming, "Your Highness, isn't it true that the grass is blue?" The lion said to the donkey, "If you believe it is true, then the grass is blue." The donkey rushed forward even further and continued, "The tiger disagrees with me, and he contradicts me, and he annoys me. Please punish him." The king then declared the tiger will be punished with 3 days of silence. The donkey jumped with joy and went on his way screaming, "The grass is blue, the grass is blue." And the tiger asked the lion, "Your Majesty, why have you punished me? After all, the grass is green." The lion replied, "You've known and seen the grass is green." The tiger asked, "So why do you punish me?" The lion then replied, "Well, that has nothing to do with whether the grass is blue or green. The punishment is because it's degrading for a brave, intelligent creature like yourself to waste time arguing with an ass. And then on top of that, bothering me with a question to which you already knew the answer." Sometimes the most ignorant people are the loudest. And what they're saying is so ridiculous that we feel the need to engage when the best thing we can do is to simply be open to listen without having to argue our point. How often are we the tiger? And how often, unfortunately, are we the ass? Are we even open that that's a possibility? In this day and age of social media, people are cemented to their beliefs because of algorithms. We're only seeing more of what we already like and believe, which just confirms that belief, making it very difficult to even be able to tolerate a different viewpoint. I feel like there's a lot of that going around right now. I don't have to have an opinion about everything, but human nature is to have an opinion. It's hard not to have an opinion, in fact. Am I right? But when did someone else's opinion become such a problem for us? Why isn't it okay to just disagree and move on? Someone with a different opinion is not our enemy. We don't have to have conflict with someone that has an opposing belief. Even if their belief is ridiculous in your opinion, conflict can't be created and conflict cannot survive without your participation. It cannot survive in your world. It can exist somewhere else, but it doesn't have to exist in your world. Some of the most respected people I know are the wisest and say the least. Now, this is something I'm working on, and I know I still have a lot to go. I know I still have a lot of work to do in this area. When someone gives an opinion that's different from mine, I feel the need to defend my opinion because I feel bothered by theirs. So I do give it freely, even if they weren't asking for it. Now, that's not always bad, but it isn't always good either, and it does invite conflict. And it isn't ever going to change the mind of the person with the other opinion. It really just kind of causes us both to reinforce our opinions by justifying it. On the other hand, I've seen my husband, Eric, many times in conversations where I know he has an opinion that's different than the one being given, but he just sits and listens without arguing. Now, if he's asked for his opinion, he'll give it, but he never, as long as I've been with him, forced his opinion without it being asked for. Sometimes I've said, why didn't you speak up? And as I've grown, I realize it's because he doesn't feel the need to. The other person's opinion is not a problem for him at all. I think if I'm being honest, I vacillate between being the tiger and sometimes being the ass, when the key is working towards the goal of being the lion. You see, the tiger chose the path of needing someone else to confirm that he was right, rather than just being happy, knowing he was. However, sometimes it's really hard to know whether you're the ass believing something ridiculous or the tiger who knows the truth but argues with someone who believes something ridiculous. Social media makes it really difficult to know what's true. That's where we got to use our brain. We've got to trust our gut instinct. It's never more important to be in touch with our inner guidance system than it is right now. If the last 3 years has taught us anything, it's that. Figuring out from our gut what the right thing for us and our family has never been more important, because no one in the world has it all figured out, and no one is coming to save us. That's our job. My husband has said since I met him that you never have to apologize for speaking the truth, and a life based on integrity will be one you won't regret. Our inner guidance system thrives when we live with integrity and take time for introspection. And that's really hard to do when you're trying to follow the crowd or you spend your day heads down in your phone. Our inner guidance system is always with us and always guiding us, but we can drown it out with too much screen time and too little me time. To hear clearly what you have to say, you have to really limit the time you spend filling your head with other people's agendas. So take regularly scheduled breaks from your phone. Spend time in nature. Spend quiet time alone every day, meditating and journaling. But also spend time with the people you love, no matter their beliefs. You can't always control what goes on outside, but we can always control what goes on inside. My challenge to you this week is to consciously become more of an active listener without the need to argue your point. You don't have to believe what the ass believes, and the fact that they believe it takes nothing away from you. Let's just love each other for our human connection and leave the conflict to other people. Share this with 3 people who have an opinion. I love you guys. I'll talk to you in a few days.
Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends, because we're just going to keep going bigger and better places together, and I love that about us. Talk to you in a few days.